Good afternoon. Once again, my name is Mesay Yarni, an agricultural market economist from ITA, based here in Ibadan, Nigeria. So in this presentation, I'll try to provide a highlight on the status of a private sector-led post-harvest loss reduction experiment in tomato production in Nigeria. So the experiment or the innovation we are considering here are plastic crates by bundling with market support. And this experiment is jointly being implemented by 3 CGR centers, ITA, IFPRI, and CIMIT, and by the private sector, Bunkasa. So this is the structure of my talk. In the interest of time, I'll skip. So looking at the technical evaluation team, which consists of socioeconomists, experts from IIT, IFPRI, and CIMIT. We also have an expert from Michigan State University, Professor Saweda, and the implementation of these activities by Bunkasa. So in Nigeria, I think one of the major challenge affecting smallholder growers is the excessive post-harvest loss that incurred along the different value chain stage, mainly resulting from poor packaging material such as raffia basket. And several studies indicated that switching from raffia basket to plastic crate could reduce the post-harvest loss from the current 14% to as low as 5%. But despite this advantage, the level of adoption of this technology by smallholder farmers is very much limited because of the unavailability of the technology at affordable price. So the implication of this low adoption is that most smallholder farmers are forced to sell their harvest on their farm. So because of this, they are not benefiting from profitable market opportunities by selling in high value consumer markets. So in this intervention, together with Bunkasa, we are trying to incentivize the adoption of this technology by improving the access through establishing crate rental warehouse shops in major tomato producing communities, as well as by arranging market linkage with major urban consumer market in the southern part of Nigeria. So this study has two intervention designs. The first intervention, as I mentioned earlier, is improving the access of plastic crate by establishing 11 crate rental warehouse shops in the 4 local government areas in Kano State. When designing this intervention, we ensured that all the established crate rental shops to be equally accessible to all the intervention communities within a 10-kilometer radius. The second treatment communities, they receive both plastic crate access on a rental basis, as well as market support. Here, the market support is facilitated by our partner, Bunkasa, which includes providing daily tomato market price to farmers for major urban consumer market through SMS. So farmers, they receive the tomato market price 3 times a day. And this is to address the price volatility, and it will also help them to make an informed decision. So depending on the price information, if a farmer decides to sell in long distance market, then Bunkasa will arrange all the logistical supports, such as aggregation, market transportation, and marketing. The experiment is currently being conducted in the 4 local government areas in Kano State, namely Karaye, Bunkure, Garug Malam, and Bichi local government areas. Coming to the intervention process, this intervention, like other intervention, it started in 2021 with a scoping assessment. This was followed by co-designing of the innovation bundles together with partners and with the launching of the intervention. Baseline data collection was completed last year, and more recently, we finalized the inline data collection for irrigated producers, and we are preparing to collect the inline for rain-fed growers in December. The study has 4 major outcome indicators that will measure the success of the intervention, including adoption of post-harvest technology, gross income as a measure of welfare, self-reported post-harvest loss, and engagement in long-distance market or market participation as a measure of inclusiveness. From the baseline study, we found that 17% of the farmers, they used plastic crate as a packaging and marketing technology. And we also found that the self-reported post-harvest loss was a bit higher during the harvesting stage than the marketing stage. And only 4% of the sampled farmers engaged in selling in long-distance market beyond their local communities. So in all of the major outcome variables, there were no statistical significant difference between the comparison and control groups at the baseline. These 2 bar graphs shows some result from the baseline analysis on the different level of adoption of post-harvest technology by farmers during the harvesting and packaging stage. And we found that raffia basket was the predominant packaging technology being used by tomato farmers. And it was only 8% of rain-fed and 14% of irrigated producers used plastic crate as a technology for packaging. Unavailability in rural setting, as well as the high acquisition cost, are the major factors hindering farmers to adopt plastic crate technology. From the baseline result, we also noted that those farmers who used plastic crate incurred or experienced the lowest level of post-harvest loss as compared to other technologies, and this justifies our level of effort for improving the uptake and accessibility of the technology. The majority of farmers, more than 17%, sold their tomato bulk on their farm, which corresponds to our earlier statement that most farmers are forced to sell their harvest on their farm to avoid the excessive post-harvest loss. And only, excuse me, and only less than 4% of the farmers, they are engaged in long-distance market beyond selling in their local government areas. The major operational challenge we encountered was last year the low uptake of the introduced innovation due to significant production loss resulting from the outbreak of pest Tuta absoluta. And farmers reported a staggering 90 up to 100% of yield reduction loss in these areas, especially in our 4 local government areas, and this significantly affected the uptake of the technology. We are preparing for the irrigated farming season intervention. Luckily, so far, we have not heard any cases of Tuta absoluta, and we hope that the innovations uptake will increase this season. So what we suggested that future scaling up effort should also consider intervention at the production stage, such as encouraging the adoption of good agricultural practice. For instance, training of farmers to do on-time spraying of pesticide could be an important intervention, not only at the individual level, but also at the community level, since some of the pests are migratory. Despite this, some operational challenge, we do have some success stories where we learned that the private sector-led innovation in post-harvest technology and market support are improving the integration of smallholder tomato farmers with high value and distance consumer markets in Nigeria, such as Mile 12 International Market in Lagos. This is somewhat contributing to an inclusive value chain development in the horticultural sector in Nigeria. Yeah, in terms of knowledge product, we managed to produce 5 outputs, 1 technical report and 4 manuscripts. 2 are under review and 2 will be submitted more recently to suitable journals. This is what I have. Thank you.
Thank you.